Hello everyone, this is DJ Vince here, and I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded a video. Well, I thought today would be a great day to shoot a video and let you guys know what I've been doing these last 3 years. I basically have a different setup than the one you saw on my last 2 videos. I've been using this setup for about the last 3 years and I really like it and have no plans on changing it. I'm not using the vertical setup anymore. Now I use a table and I have my gear sitting on top of the table. One of the main updates I've done to my system is I'm now using a Bose sound system. I'm using the Bose L1 1S B2 system and I really love it for karaoke. I also like to say that I have received many likes and comments on my last couple of videos regarding karaoke, and I've actually helped many people start their own karaoke businesses. That makes me feel really good inside. Now the vehicle that I drive is a Ford Explorer Sport 2001 model. It's not a big SUV, however, my equipment fits in there just perfectly. So I'd like to start out by showing you just how everything fits in the back of the SUV. Come on you guys, let's go. Alright, so I have everything loaded in the back of my SUV. I'll briefly describe to you what these things are. This is my B2 subwoofer, my Bose subwoofer. This is a karaoke monitor, or actually my monitor that I put the lyrics on. Of course I have my trusty dolly, I'd be lost without that. Here's a 4-foot table that I always carry with me in case the venue doesn't have a table. I'm always covered. I got that from Walmart for about, I don't know, $25, something like that. Here's a mic stand. Right here is the package that has my Bose speakers. It's really slim, light, compact. This is the base to my Bose system right there. There's my DJ controller. This is my case where I carry all of my extra things like songbooks, cables, wires, microphones, batteries, extension cords, just everything that you need. I even got some LED lights in there too. I'll put all that in that one little case there. And then over here I have my karaoke rack case that has my PreSonus Studio Live mixer in it, CDG player, and my wireless microphones. And then as you see, I even have room in the back. I've got 2 extra speakers, 15-inch speakers, and they're just there. I don't even need them. I've been lazy, haven't taken them out the SUV in a while. But as you see, I still even have room that I could add more things if I wanted to. So everything fits very nicely into the back of the SUV. I'm going to take everything into the house and show you what it looks like once we start setting up. Okay, as you see, I have my 4-foot table already set up, and I got a scrim on it that I purchased online for approximately $20, and I think that's a great investment. It just makes your setup look so neat and so professional. And if you want to be a professional KJ and command as much money as possible, you want to try to make your setup look as professional as possible. There's my karaoke case, my DJ case. We have the Bose subwoofer right there, and then right here we have the Bose speakers and also the bass. So at this time I'm going to go ahead and set up the karaoke system, and then I'm going to show you how quickly I set up my Bose system. One of the reasons I purchased the Bose system is because it's so lightweight and compact, and you can set it up literally in 2 minutes or less. And there's just 3 wires, and so it saves a lot of time setting up and tearing down. And that's very important on a lot of my gigs where at the end of the night the bar staff wants to go home, and the last thing you want them to do is to be waiting on you to hurry up and get your system torn down. So let me set this up and show you what that looks like. Okay you guys, I have the karaoke system all set up. As you can see, the only thing I need to do now is set up the speaker system, which will be my Bose system. And I'm going to do that in real time. That way you can time me, and everything is still in cases and tucked away perfectly as if I just got finished with a gig. So I'm going to take things out of the cases and set them up, and you will see how fast or slow you think it takes to set up the system. Here we go. So we're going to start with the bass. Just going to unzip the case. The bass comes out. You unfold the legs, set it down. It's done. And I have 3 cables that I keep in there. One is a power cord, one is a speak-on cable for the B2 subwoofer, and then the other cable I have, this is the cable that I will use to connect the mixer to the sound system. So the next thing we're going to do is going to grab the speakers right here. In the case. All right. We take the extension, put it in. It's done. The speakers right here. Just slips right in here. And it's done. We got one more component. The B2 subwoofer. And it just sits right there. And the only thing you have to do is just connect these 3 cables. Which that should take a matter of seconds. I have my power cable right here. Put it in. I have my bass speak-on cable right here. It's connected. And then I have my cable next to the mixer. And I actually use an XLR cable for that. Let me show you how I do that. Okay. Now I always run my systems in mono, and that's the great thing about these PreSonus boards. They have the left and right stereo outputs, and they also have a mono output right there, which I think is ingenious. So what I do is I just connect an XLR cable right to the mono output. Then I'll take the other end right here, connect it right to the cable that's going into the Bose system, and voila, we're all done. And there we go. It takes about 2 minutes or less to set up your entire speaker system. The great thing about a Bose system, since sound goes everywhere, you don't need to have dedicated floor monitors, a house system as well as the monitor system. I'll show you what it looks like here behind the system. Back here are connections. Here's a speak-on cable that goes to the subwoofer, this B2 subwoofer right there. And it also has 3 settings. It has plus, normal, and minus. The minus setting will make this subwoofer comparable to one B1 subwoofer. The normal setting, which is the middle setting, will make this subwoofer sound like 2 B1s. And then when you put it on the plus setting, which is the setting I use, this subwoofer sounds like 4 B1 subs, which is a lot of bass, and I love a lot of bass. Now here's the cable I was telling you about that I use to connect to my system. It's a 1/4 inch on one side, male, and it plugs right directly into the system. And then the other side is a female XLR. And that way I can use any regular XLR cable from my system directly into the Bose. Now the last thing we have to do is just power on the system, and you have an on-off switch right there, and you turn it on. This LED light comes on, and now it's on and it's ready to go. So let's come over here to my system. Let me show you a few upgrades. The main upgrade that I did to the system is I've now used the PreSonus 1602 Studio Live. And the reason that I use this board, even though it's really overkill for karaoke, but I don't care. I'll do anything for my singers. It has built-in compression, gates, equalizers, and 2 effects on every single channel. So the compression is really, really good. If I want to put compression, for example, on this channel here, here's my compressor right there. You just turn it on with that switch right there. Come up here and you can adjust the amount of compression right there. So you can put a lot of compression or a little bit of compression. And once you do that, you can control your screamers. If you have people that like to get on your microphones and just scream as loud as they can, that can hurt the staff's ears, that can hurt the audience's ears, and you can get complaints. And believe it or not, something as small as that can cause you to lose your karaoke gig, and they won't invite you back because you were basically there hurting people's ears and you didn't even know it. However, if you have a nice compressor and you put on a lot of compression on a screamer's vocal, they can scream all they want in the microphone, but your compressor will only allow the volume to get so high and they can't go any further. So they can scream and it'll sound soft. They won't hurt anybody's ears. So I love my Studio Live 1602 for karaoke. It's great. I have my CDG player right there. I can play regular karaoke CDs or regular CDs. And of course my wireless microphone system right there. I've got my DJ controller here that I use to play my filler music with. And I now use Karma karaoke software, which for me and my needs is the best software on the market. The way it works, it makes my life just super easy. And that's really why I use the things that I do, is because I like for my karaoke life to be as easy and simple and enjoyable as possible. All right, let's turn some music on and see what this Bose system sounds like. You won't be able to hear the full quality because what you hear is going to depend on, I'm recording this on my phone. It's going to be uploaded to YouTube. You're going to hear it on your speakers, whatever. So you won't be able to tell the true quality, but I'm going to turn some music on anyway so you can get somewhat of an idea of what's going on. I got a track pulled up here. Let's hit play. Let's turn it up slowly. Girl, drop it low, girl, drop it low, girl, drop it low, girl, drop it low, girl. There's our Bose system. And see, the good thing about the Bose system, it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter where you stand, wherever you go, you can still hear it the same. It spreads the sound all throughout the room. It has speakers pointing in different directions, so it's an audience pleaser. Your singers will love that system if you decide to get a Bose system. Anyway, like I said, the program I use is called Karma, and everything is laid out right in front of you, and it does so much. It just makes my karaoke life heaven. It's got a whole bunch of editing properties in here. I mean, really, it's just too much. I would have to make a separate video on Karma alone just to teach you all the wonderful, fascinating things that this program does. It gives me so much complete control as a KJ. And I just love the program. So Karma, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this tour. This is what I use. I'm very happy with it. I used to have the vertical set up where everything was all like in a tower. I stopped using that about 3 years ago, and I moved to this smaller case. The case is not as big, it's not as heavy, it's much lighter. You know, it's just a lot easier for me as a KJ when I'm loading in and out. My goal as a KJ is to try to make my job as easy as possible, where I'm not breaking my back because I'm not getting any younger. And like I said, this Bose system has been a lifesaver. I use the L1 1S B2 model, which I don't think I will need to add anything to this for karaoke. It's perfect. So my system here It's perfect for every karaoke gig that I do, which is great. I couldn't be happier. All right, you guys, this is DJ Vince, about to sign off. I hope you enjoyed my new system, and remember, you guys, practice and enjoy. Peace.